Welcome to your weekly airplane news update, Halloween edition. We have 4 stories for you this week. The first one is AOPA has filed a formal complaint with the FAA against the 100 low lead ban by a county in California. We'll talk about an unfortunate crash with a Piaggio Avanti that killed several people. We'll also talk about a Cuban pilot who defected to Florida this week in a not-so-state-of-the-art airplane. And finally, the NTSB has identified a safety issue in a floatplane crash that occurred in Washington last month. So let's get to it. Your first story this week is a follow-up to the 100 low lead ban at the airports in Santa Clara County in California. The AOPA has filed a formal complaint, commonly known as Part 16 complaint. This complaint is open to be filed by those, I quote, who are directly and substantially affected by an airport owner or operator's alleged non-compliance with several requirements that the airport agreed to as a condition of receiving and using federal airport improvement grant funds, according to the AOPA. Now, AOPA has said that Santa Clara County has received millions in federal funding, agreeing to grant assurances through 2031 that they would accept the 100 low lead. We'll keep you updated on where this complaint is going, if anywhere, but I thought this was interesting to mention. Your second story this week is an unfortunate one. The owner and the family of Gold's Gyms were killed in a small plane crash in the ocean near Costa Rica this week. The aircraft was a Piaggio Avanti, had been airborne for about 2 hours and 20 minutes and was approaching the destination. All 6 people on board unfortunately perished in the accident. In the next story, a Cuban defector stole a plane and flew to Florida. Now, the airplane, however, isn't likely to be impounded for search by the military. The Antonov AN-2 reportedly made it to Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport, TNT, with less than 3 minutes of fuel remaining. The school bus-sized airplane was undetected until shortly before landing, prompting an investigation by, you can imagine, TSA and CBP. And the last story this week is a follow-up on the floatplane crash that happened in Washington state. The NTSB has recovered nearly 85% of the airplane from the bottom of Mutiny Bay, shown in green in that picture. According to the investigators, the horizontal stabilizer actuator was found separated where the clamp knot thread into the barrel section is supposed to be. This likely meant that the airplane lost both the tail down force and the pitch control of the aircraft, which is, well, pretty bad situation if you think about it. So that's it. That's all we have for you this week. As always, like, subscribe, leave your comments, and we'll see you next week.